Just imagine, it's the quietest period of the NFL calendar. No games, no practices, no desperate negotiations. And just when it seemed like the sports world would snooze for a few weeks, an unexpected moment on an empty highway turns the tide. It's fast, it's loud, and it instantly becomes the headline everyone's talking about, not because of what happened, but because of who was behind the wheel. And now, just weeks before training camp, this split-second decision is fueling debate in Cleveland. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay well informed. And comment below, how long have you been a Browns fan? I want to know. Imagine this, it's the dead of night, the highway is empty, the summer heat lingers in the air, and a black Dodge TRX truck is thundering northbound on I-71 at 101 miles per hour. Not a sports car, no, a TRX truck. It's 12:24 a.m., the roads are wide open, and behind the wheel is none other than Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. And yes, he just got pulled over. Now, why is this the story lighting up the Cleveland Browns universe in the middle of June? Because right now, there's nothing else. No games, no practices, no scandals. Just this. And it's enough to ignite every Browns thread, group chat, and YouTube comment section. The bare facts? Shedeur Sanders was clocked doing 101 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. That's 41 miles per hour over the limit. Not exactly your average speeding ticket, especially for a rookie quarterback who's just starting to plant roots in Cleveland. The incident happened as he was heading northbound, back toward the city. Maybe to the facility? That's the generous take some fans might offer, but let's be honest, it's past midnight, and nobody's believing he was rushing to run drills. But what's truly fascinating is not just what happened, it's how the NFL and the Browns world reacts when something like this drops in a content drought. This isn't September, where a speeding ticket would be buried beneath injury updates, fantasy projections, and game previews. This is late June, which means Shedeur's moment of poor judgment becomes the NFL's lead story for 72 hours. Analysts need something to chew on. And now, they've got it. Shedeur Sanders is already a polarizing figure. Some see him as a top-tier talent, a potential future starter in the league. Others question if he has the arm strength, the decision-making, or the maturity to lead a franchise. This incident? It's now ammunition for those ready to doubt him. He's not even NFL ready, they'll say. He can't keep himself out of trouble. And yet, let's not overstate it. This isn't a crime spree. It's not violence. It's not scandal. It's a fast truck, a quiet road, and a young athlete testing limits, literally. In fact, within the Browns organization, this might not even reach Kevin Stefanski's or Andrew Berry's desk. It could be as low-key as a quick chat with a positional coach. Hey, maybe don't do that again, followed by a nod, and life moves on. Timing, in some ways, worked in Shedeur's favor. The team is on summer break, in that odd lull between mandatory minicamp and the kickoff of training camp. By the time the players are back in Berea, this may already be forgotten, or at least forgiven. But fans don't forget that quickly. Especially when the quarterback room is as wide open as it is in Cleveland. There's no clear QB1. No entrenched starter. No face of the franchise holding the job with an iron grip. And that's what makes Shedeur's situation so volatile and so fascinating. Right now, the Browns have 4 quarterbacks, each with vastly different stories. A 40-year-old veteran. Kenny Pickett, a former first-round pick trying to reboot his career. Dillon Gabriel, a third-rounder who many thought would go later. And Shedeur Sanders, a 5th-round pick some once projected as a possible number 2 overall. It's a recipe for drama. And drama sells. No other team in the league has this mix. Not the Giants, despite their crowded QB room. Not the Colts, even with their young competition. Not the Saints or the Patriots or the Falcons. The Browns' quarterback battle is uniquely unpredictable. And in that chaos, every misstep, every decision, every piece of news gets magnified. Shedeur's speeding ticket? It's not just a blip. It's a storyline. A character check. A debate starter. And with a fan base starved for wins, for hope, and for answers under center, this becomes something bigger. What does it mean for his future in Cleveland? That's the million-dollar question. And right now, it's less about what Shedeur did at 12:24 a.m. and more about how he responds. Does he show up to training camp sharp, focused, dialed in? Or does this become a pattern? Because if it happens again, if he gets into trouble, if maturity becomes a concern, then it's not just about driving fast. It's about decision-making, about accountability, about whether he's truly ready to be the leader the Browns need. For now, the official outcome is likely a fine and a ticket. No arrests. No court headlines. Just a slap on the wrist. But symbolically, it's a signal, a warning. A moment that tells us, and the team, something about Shedeur Sanders' instincts and discipline. And that's why this story matters. Because when the margin between making the 53-man roster or being cut comes down to the smallest details, everything counts. What do you think, Browns fans? Does this change how you view Shedeur? Is it just a youthful mistake or a red flag we can't ignore? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And here's where things start to really heat up. Not on the highway this time, but in the quarterback room at Berea. Because even though Shedeur Sanders might just chalk this up as a speeding ticket and move on, the Browns organization will be watching. Not in a disciplinary sense necessarily, but in a much more subtle, and often more important, way that teams evaluate the intangible stuff. Maturity. Focus. Readiness. Training camp is approaching fast. And when it arrives, every snap, every read, every post-practice moment is a piece of the puzzle. While the speeding ticket may not show up on a stat sheet, it's part of the narrative building around Shedeur. For a rookie quarterback entering a wide-open competition, that narrative matters. He's competing not just with Pickett, not just with Dillon Gabriel, but with perception. Inside the building, coaches are likely having quiet conversations about how he's handling the attention, how he responds to pressure, and how he's fitting into the culture. And that's what fans are really eager to know. Not just who has the strongest arm or the cleanest footwork, but who is ready to lead. That's what this quarterback battle is really about. 4 guys with different stories. 4 paths. 1 opportunity. Let's be real, this is the most compelling position battle in the league. You've got the established vet. The underachieving former first-rounder. The raw but talented third-round pick. And Shedeur, armed with pedigree, potential, and polarizing hype. Now you throw a headline into the mix, and suddenly the race tightens. What happens if Shedeur comes out and dominates camp? If he shows he's grown from this and locks in? This ticket becomes a footnote in his rise. But if he struggles, if he misses throws or seems distracted, it becomes a conversation about judgment, about whether he's taking this chance seriously enough. And in Cleveland, where expectations are sky high and patience is wearing thin, that matters more than ever. Fans don't just want wins. They want a quarterback they can believe in. Someone they can rally around. And in a city that's lived through countless next guys up, Shedeur has a chance to write a different kind of story. But that clock is ticking. So Browns fans, let's hear it. Is this just a blip on the radar? Or are you seeing smoke where there might be fire? Who are you pulling for in the quarterback battle, and does Shedeur's off-the-field decision change your view? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we're reading every one. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Browns!